Hi there and welcome to the demonstration of the add-on products for Sage CRM from CRM Together. Many thanks to our hosts Computrack for giving us the opportunity to present this. So what we're going to run through today is the actual products that CRM Together sell, and you can chat to Computrack if you're interested in following up and getting your own demo. Today's demonstration will be fairly brief and we'll run through all the products just to give you an overview of what they do. So really the products that we sell are all about usability in terms of how the actual customer, how the actual end user in Sage CRM interacts with the data, how they get the data into and out of CRM. And by focusing on usability, we improve user adoption for the customer, for yourselves. And we also make it easy for you to actually see the real benefits from Sage CRM itself. So with usability, we have efficiency, and it's about getting data in and out of CRM very quickly. So with the Accelerator Outlook integration, for example, you can convert emails into company and person records. So you're building all the time, building future value into this system. And you can also create then opportunities and cases from those and even custom entities. So it's a great way of actually getting those emails and converting them into real things within Sage CRM. And you can save those emails against those particular items as well. And we have that functionality in the Accelerator product and the MobileX product, which integrates with the new Microsoft Office 365 API. So that actually works on your mobile phone, on Outlook web apps. So if you have Macs, you can still use that also. Within Accelerator, of course, we also have certain features like the email templates, logging phone conversations also as well. So again, just getting that information into CRM and adding consistency to the actual user process. And really by doing that, you own the relationship. Once you have all the touch points within CRM, you actually have full ownership and visibility of the relationship with your customer, rather than it being in someone's inbox or being in their head also. And we'll also show you today then the Crystal Manager, which is the Crystal Reports integration. So this allows you to actually present all your enterprise data through Sage CRM. So if you have a relationship between the different databases, you can get that information out via Crystal Reports. And finally then we have the Custom 365 portal, which is the end user portal. So if you have situations where customers are constantly requesting documents or looking for follow-up on cases or certain information on themselves, the 365 portal allows them to actually do that and removes that workload off of your support desk and your customer service staff. So what we're going to show you today is a couple of features using the different products. So we're going to be show you how to create a company and person from within CRM using Accelerator and MobileX, and the opportunities and cases, for example, how to save emails against a given entity. We'll show you how to use the email templates to actually standardize your company language. So this would be where you perhaps have an onboarding email that you want to send out, and rather than have each individual either cut and paste from somewhere or write using their own language, you can standardize the company language by providing these templates that live within CRM itself, but you actually get them within Outlook, for example, in the Accelerator product. And of course, logging phone calls. A lot of the phone interactions are often missed within every CRM system. And that's because it's just hard to get that data in. So we've just tried to make it a bit easier to kind of get that information into CRM via Accelerator and the MobileX product. We'll show you a quick demo on the Crystal Reports integration, how we've used it to actually generate a report, which is basically an invoice. But you can link to any data. The great thing about Crystal Reports is you're just creating it in Crystal Reports, and what we do is make it accessible via Sage CRM. We allow customers then also with 365 to view their own data, and they can manage certain elements of their own data or request changes. As I mentioned before, this really is about moving activity from your service desk onto the portal, where the customer can actually provide answers for themselves. And we have certain integrations there, like the solutions lookup, logging cases, viewing historical cases that they may have logged, or viewing existing cases where they want to know what situation that particular case is at. We'll also show you then how you can view your pipeline, for example, on your MobileX product. So we're really bringing fuller CRM functionality into the MobileX product. And we'll show you then a quick example of taking a photo and uploading it to CRM. Okay, so we're going to go through the Accelerator product first, which is the Outlook integration that we have. So when the system is installed, the end user will see an Accelerator tab on their screen here, and they'll have the different applications they can use, which is the Outlook integration and the mail merge application. We won't be covering this today, but we'll show you the Outlook integration. Okay, so in the top right hand corner, when the Accelerator plugin is installed, you can see the features here, the button. So you've got the big button, which is file the email to CRM. It's kind of the most basic functionality. And you can see then it just puts in the information here. You can attach the email as a file if you wish. You can mark it as private. And if there's any attachments, you can have those attachments saved also. And you just click OK, and that's it. It's saved against that. So it matches it on the person itself. So that's pretty straightforward. If I click on the Accelerator option here, then what it does is opens up the actual window here, and it'll display the actual customer information straight away. So what you've got here on the pane on the right hand side is a CRM screen. So this can be customized. The details in here can be customized, and you can see the company information and any address information. So it's matching based on the actual full email address. So at this point, I might say someone is calling in, and I view this as an opportunity. So I'm going to just do a new opportunity. And it brings up the new opportunity screen. You can see the description comes from the subject line. The details come from the email body. You can, of course, change any details you want. You might want to put some sort of flag. You can see the context we came from. So this is the company that you had. And you can just set your particular fields. And again, this is a screen that's customizable within Sage CRM itself. So you can actually just set exactly what values you want. So we're just going to save that and create the opportunity. So it's really that simple. You're not allowing people time to even make a judgment call whether they save it in CRM or not. They're building their pipeline. And even though they might look at this and go, I know these guys and probably won't close, you're still creating the opportunity. You're going to follow up. They go through the process every time. And the more you have in your pipeline, the more the process is followed, the more successful that you'll be. And of course, at this point, I've created the opportunity. I can actually tag this particular email as well. And what tagging does is it puts a specific tag on the screen here. So if I change off this email, it'll actually bring up this particular item here itself. That's what it relates to in this case. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on one of the links here. And if I click on one of these links here, what it does is it opens up full CRM. Now I'm going to see the full opportunity, and you can see it's been created. It's in a lead state. I'm going to say, well, I'm going to submit a proposal to these guys. I'm going to say, it's $1,000. So the user has been driven into Outlook. So you're going to improve user adoption, improve how they actually see the use of CRM. And at that point, then, I might just send them a quote. But you can see how CRM just feels now like an extension of the actual Sage CRM system itself. So any links that are text open up full CRM. If the link is something else, for example, a company, it'll bring me into the company information where I can view the opportunities, for example, and I get a list of opportunities. So any icons open within the window, and anything that's text opens up outside. So it really makes Sage CRM just feel like an extension of the Outlook integration itself. I'll just go here to kind of show you how you can create a new person just from even someone's email address. So I've got a contact here, and what I can do, if the email wasn't a match, it would actually prompt you to create a company and person. So all the time you're just building value. In this case, I'm just going to tell it to parse the email, and it's parsed the email and found one email address that it doesn't recognize, And it's now prompted me to create this company just based on this email address. So you can see how it's put in the first name, the last name. I can fill in particular types I might want to do. And I can just click save. And straight away now I've created a company and a person in the system. It's that easy to do. So again, I'm building future value. This is the information I'm going to use in my mail shots. And I'm building future value into the system all the time. Of course, I may want to send these guys an email, a new email. So what I can do is do a new email message. I've got my email templates here, but I need to specify which data I want to merge against it. So I'm going to select the company that I did here. And what I'll do is select one of my templates. So I'm going to get template and merge. Here's my company welcome email. I'm going to say overwrite the content. And it's downloaded, it's merged and saying, hi Greg, hope you got a good start with our hardware. It's attached our documentation as that's part of the actual template in CRM. And now I can just send that particular email and it'll be filed against this given company. So it's a great way of actually introducing the company language as opposed to each individual having their own voice. It gives the company a much stronger presence and its own voice that you can actually perfect in the system itself. I may also have actually called this particular individual. So what I want to do is I want to click on phone. Phone out. And I'll say, called and spoke about how things are going. So I might just want to put that information in. Now that information is in there, it's fully visible within Sage CRM itself. So this really shows the company now owns the relationship. All the details, all those touch points are now stored in CRM. And the whole point of Accelerator is just to make it really easy to get that information into CRM itself. So that's a quick demo of the Accelerator product. We're going to jump in now and show you the MobileX system. So this is MobileX. So this is the equivalent of your mobile phone, for example. So what you've got in here is you've got your calendar, so you can update your calendar. This is your CRM calendar, so you might want to create a new appointment, so demo. It's an easy way to get your information in there. You can also then view other users' calendars as well that you have access to in the system. Again, something that you cannot do with the native integration. You can also view your tasks, your My Contacts, and if you click on the actual icons itself, it'll bring you into the full contacts information there as well, as you can see. You can bookmark those particular contacts as well if you wish. You can actually edit the customer's information also. View any sales you have with them, for example, and even drill in. So the icons, you just click on the icons, it brings you into that particular entity as well. And you can also view files and upload files against the given entity. So let's see, there's one, for example. So let's see, can we find one here? This is the equivalent of using your kind of phone on your system. So we'll just use that particular photo. That's a photograph there. So it uploads that, and that's filed against that particular entity. So if you're on your iPhone or your Android phone, you can actually just click that, and then it'll prompt you to either use your photographs or to also take a photograph there and then as well, and you can upload that against. So it's ideal if you're, for example, a salesperson looking at an opportunity and you need to take some photographs of a particular site. If it's like a construction opportunity, for example, you might just want to take those photographs and you can log them against the given opportunity in the system. We also mentioned that we'll show you the sales pipeline. So if you click on the sales pipeline, this is a bit like your sales pipeline in Sage CRM itself. Again, you can see the legend here shows you how to filter it. So you can click on that, for example, and these are all the qualified items, for example. These are the proposal submitted items. And of course, I might just want to change user and see what this user has. So Brian Little is quite busy. He's got quite a lot on. And this is great if I'm a sales manager on the road. I can actually see, without having to boot up my laptop, I can actually really see what activity is going on in the system. It's also easy to search across different entities in the system. You can either search across all entities or select the particular entity that you want to search for. And again, you just click on that to go in there. And you get to see things like sales cases, the communications, people, for example, different people, different files that may be against it also. The system, along with Accelerator, they actually also record anything you've looked at on a given day. So you can see then these are the items we looked at. In fact, we looked at this in Accelerator, but they all recorded in the same area. So you can actually go in and view that person here, for example. And you may want to note a phone call, so you can do, called when on the road. Said to pop in. You have to forgive my typing. And this is stored as a communication. So you can see now all the communications. You can see the communication we logged in Accelerator earlier. You see the communication we've just logged here now. So we just make it easy to get the information in no matter where the end user is. And this particular interface also works within Office 365 as well. So if you have Office 365 and you have Microsoft Outlook, for example, you can actually file emails right from within that on your iOS or Android or web app, or even on native desktop Outlook also. It's using the latest APIs that are available from Microsoft. So we're going to jump and cover 365 now, which is the actual customer portal. So the actual customer portal, when a customer logs in, so this is the self-service portal. When a customer logs in, they get a view of their dashboard or whatever it may be. In this case, we've got the dashboard set up. They can see their active cases. They can see a short list of active cases. They can go in and view their company information also. And this is the company information straight from CRM. So this is the actual screen in CRM. So I can decide what I'm going to show them, what I'm not going to show them. The phone and email information that we have on them. The list of people in the company, and we can also expose certain files. So if you want to expose their particular contracts, you can flag which ones are actually exposed. And the advantage of this is they can view the data and they can make a change request and say, Barry's no longer with us, or Barry is no longer with us. And then that'll send a message to us saying that Barry's no longer with us, that we need to, you need to update your data, the data on our files, or our address has changed, or whatever information you wish to display on this particular screen. And of course, they can also change their password from here. And you can even allow them to upload a file if that was something you wanted to do. Again, there are lots of options on this particular platform here. And generally, before it's set up, we run through what particular needs are required. You can see the list of cases. One thing I should mention is that this particular portal is responsive in that it works on desktop, it works on tablet. If I show you this, if I show you the device, if I resize it, this is the equivalent of a tablet. You can see the menu on the left sizes down, and you can just see the images. And then if I go down to, say, mobile phone size, your menu now appears up here. So it works nice on every device. You can imagine customers, everyone's using mobile phones now. They can go in, they can still look up all their information on any device that they have. In this case, they can go in and view a particular search for particular cases. They can create a note against the case. They can see the tracking notes. If you can expose communications, you can allow them to add a file. You can put in a closure request or add a note. They might say, this is no longer happening. And that particular note then is logged against the actual against the actual cases there. So you can see then there it is. So they can see then when things happened, when what notes were put against it also. New cases can also be added into the system. And you can actually have the system, actually what I'll do is go into the knowledge base first. I'll just check for this leaking. If you use the solutions entity in CRM, what you can do is have it that when someone puts in a description, it'll give them a suggested solution. So at this point, they may not even log a case, and they might just click on that. It opens a new window and says the solution is to put some sellotape over. Okay, obviously that's not quite real, but you get the idea that you can provide suggest an actual solution based on the text that they've written. Otherwise, they will log a case as they wish. So in this case, I've just created a case. The particular fields here again are customizable based on the CRM screen. So it will actually allow you to specify what particular details you want. And you can see then they get a full view of this, and they can add in a tracking note as mentioned previously. If they just go straight into the knowledge base, they can search for the knowledge base on a particular item, and again just drill into any of these things and see the details. So this is the solutions entity in CRM that we've exposed here. Again, one of the things I mentioned earlier was about allowing people to have access to files. So there's a couple of download options. So this particular example shows you that you can expose it, that they have particular access to a particular file, and you just expose those files on the system, and then the customer will actually download them. You can see that one down there in the bottom left, and the user can actually download those, and it just saves that customer service person have to send out that particular email also. Okay, so finally then I'm going to go to the Crystal Manager, so back into CRM itself. So I'm just going to go into a sample order that we have here. So what Crystal Manager does is delivers the ability to use Crystal reports within the system itself and create really, really nice visual reports for you. So we've actually got some buttons here on the bottom right-hand corner, CR Order, CR PDF. So the CR Order one opens a window with the Crystal report in view mode, and you'll be able to see that now. And you can see we've generated an invoice based on the Crystal report. And again, you can just, because Crystal Reports is such a powerful reporting tool, you can make it look like anything really. And that's an easy way to actually create a report. You've also got the option then to actually generate it as a PDF. And what that does is it'll generate the PDF and save it as a PDF here, and which you can download and you can then send on as well. And the nice thing about that particular functionality is the system will actually save it in the documents area also. So you can see you've got full visibility of what people are doing. So the nice thing about giving the PDF stuff is that you can see who's accessed what. It records like a snapshot of what they've sent. And you can see then that's saved into CRM. So it's good from an audit point of view. It's very useful. You can of course run other reports as well, just from the report area actually. So there are different reports here that you can run. So you can run any of those reports here also, and it can prompt you. So it doesn't have to be in the context. And when I say the context, I mean the context of an actual order in this case. So in the context of an entity, they can just be run as reports as well, and they may prompt you for certain information, date ranges and stuff like that, or maybe a customer ERP number or anything like that at all. So that's a quick overview, really run through of all the products and what you can possibly get with those. Really, if you want a more comprehensive demo, please talk to Computrack or ourselves, and what we can do is organize an online demo for you. We have a couple of resources on our website also. There are a number of case studies from our partners and customers who are very kind to supply them. and you can find them in the partners area on the website. We also have a video channel which is on Vimeo, and there's a good few nice demos there, including the iPhone Outlook integration, as well as more comprehensive recordings. If you want to follow us on social media, you can search us using CRM Together and you'll find us in the usual places. So finally, thank you to Computrack Solutions for allowing us to present today. Thank you for taking the time to be with us, and we look forward to speaking to you soon.